Good evening. I'm Peter Daut.
And I'm Elsa Ramon. Here's the very latest at 6 o'clock. The FBI is now examining items seized after a raid on a Riverside home in connection with the San Bernardino massacre.
The terror group ISIS is praising the dead shooters as martyrs.
And in a rare Oval Office address to the nation tomorrow, President Obama will discuss the terror threat.
CBS 2's Laurie Perez is live in the newsroom to begin our team coverage. Laurie.
Peter and Elsa, as the San Bernardino community grieves, the FBI is working overtime, looking for answers of how and why a seemingly ordinary couple might have just made the first ISIS attack on U.S. soil.
The FBI confirms it raided and searched this Riverside home early Saturday morning, but will not say what they were looking for. The LA Times is quoting sources saying agents were trying to figure out whether a man who lives there bought 2 of the semi-automatic rifles used in the massacre. San Bernardino shooter Saeed Farouk used to live next door. Neighbors say agents used a megaphone to order people inside to come out and then used a torch and broke windows to enter the home and garage.
And then 10 minutes later, the crashing, the windows crashing, the doors being pulled, the garage door being torn. I couldn't even see if they pulled anything out. I don't know how I would have reacted if I did see them pulling something out.
Meanwhile, the FBI is zeroing in on Farouk and his wife, Tashfeen Malik's ties to terrorists.
So far, we have no indication that these killers are part of an organized larger group or form part of a cell.
But this morning, ISIS terrorists drew their own connection to the shooters, calling them supporters of the Islamic State, though stopping short of claiming responsibility. Members of the terror group talked about the California massacre on an online radio broadcast today. Farouk's sister insists he never showed signs of being radicalized.
It was normal. Our conduct was normal. Every time he came over, he just said, "Hey, hi, how are you?" That was pretty much it.
In his weekly address, President Obama urged Americans to help keep others from aligning themselves with violent extremists.
We know that ISIL and other terrorist groups are actively encouraging people around the world and in our country to commit terrible acts of violence, oftentimes as lone wolf actors. And even as we work to prevent attacks, all of us, government, law enforcement, communities, faith leaders, need to work together to prevent people from falling victim to these hateful ideologies.
President Obama is scheduled to address the nation tomorrow at 5 p.m. our time. A White House statement saying he'll talk about the San Bernardino attack, the broader threat of terrorism, and the steps our government is taking to fulfill his highest priority, keeping the American people safe. Peter, Elsa.
All right, Laurie, thank you so much.